Jardin des Plantes is a place where the feminine gaze associated with the richness of plant life is presented through the very structured lens of a masculine gaze, prioritizing order, classification, and human accessibility. On the surface, the overwhelming variety and overgrown appearance of the plant collection might suggest a pure feminine wildness. However, a closer look reveals that this wildness is contained within rectangular beds, each plant precisely labeled and organized by species. The trees lining the pathways are in perfectly straight rows with benches strategically placed between them. This underlying organization is a clear display of a masculine approach to showcasing nature. It's about knowledge, control, and display. The experience here is often slow-paced and observational. We see individuals and couples sitting quietly on benches, often staring out at the plants, perhaps eating lunch or simply observing. Interaction with nature is primarily visual. Visitors are not permitted to walk on the garden beds, reinforcing the idea of a presented spectacle rather than an immersive wild environment. The article, Challenging the Male Gaze, focuses on attempts to subvert the male gaze by promoting female aspects. Jardin des Plantes seems to similarly shadow its masculine structures by emphasizing the naturalness of its plant life. Outside the designated garden areas, the park is different. Near the galleries and the greenhouse, we find more active zones, with kids from school groups screaming within the play area. Joggers adhere to structured pathways and people line up for the zoo. The emphasis shifts from reflecting to recreation and movement. While the gardens invite a slow, deliberate engagement, the surrounding areas facilitate more purposeful activity. Within the formal garden sections, people willingly stop and observe the flowers, sometimes for extended periods. There's a tangible sense of peaceful absorption, with many individuals, particularly older people or females, sitting alone and quietly taking in the botanical displays. Outside of these designated sections, movement is constant, almost hurried, with people walking as if on a mission. Jardin des Plantes offers a highly curated encounter with the natural world. It's a masterful example of how a masculine gaze can frame and present the sensory richness often associated with the feminine, creating a space for both education and quiet contemplation.